हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक टू कलेक्शन ऑफ स्टडी यूट्यूब चैनल। आज की इस एजुकेशनल वीडियो में मैं आप लोगों को डीएवी क्लास 8 एसएसटी की चैप्टर नंबर 17 फंडामेंटल राइट्स, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज़ एंड डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी का सॉल्यूशन देने वाली हूँ। स्टूडेंट्स, और भी सब्जेक्ट का एक्सप्लेनेशन एंड सॉल्यूशन वीडियो अपलोड है। यदि आपने वीडियो नहीं देखा तो नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन पे आपको लिंक मिल जाएगा और ऊपर आई बटन पे भी मैं वीडियो दे दूंगी, तो उन वीडियोस को जरूर देख लीजिएगा। स्टूडेंट्स, हर एक सब्जेक्ट का सेपरेट प्लेलिस्ट बना हुआ है। किसी भी वीडियो के लिए चैनल के प्लेलिस्ट सेक्शन को चेक करना बिल्कुल नहीं भूलिएगा। तो चलिए इस चैप्टर के सॉल्यूशन को देखते हैं। Pick the correct option. The fundamental right that came into existence in 2002 is the right to education. Option B. Writs can be issued by a high court. Option D. Next देखते हैं. Which of the following statements regarding the fundamental rights is incorrect? They are justiciable. Option D. Identify the directive principle based on the Gandhian philosophy to organize village panchayats. Option B. Which of the following promotes secularism? Communal harmony. Next देखते हैं filling the blanks. The Constitution guarantees the fundamental rights to all the citizens of India. Right to work has been implemented for the rural unemployed under Manrega. The practice of untouchability has been abolished to pave the way for social equality. Sikhs are allowed to keep a kirpan with them as a religious symbol. Freedom of religion does not mean that there is no check at all your religious activities. Next देखते हैं. Match the following. Secularism promotes harmony. Abolition of untouchability, right to equality, fundamental duties, non-justiciable, quo warranto, the writ, directive principles of state policy, 42nd amendment. Next देखते हैं. Answer the following questions in brief. Explain the significance of the fundamental rights in our day-to-day life. Fundamental rights are essential for the development of the personality of every individual and to preserve human dignity. Next देखते हैं question number 2. Explain the right to freedom of religion. Right to freedom of religion, freedom of conscience and the right to profess, practice and propagate any religion. Freedom to every religious institution to manage its own affairs in matters of religion. State will not collect any taxes for promotion of any particular religion. No religious instruction can imparted institution which is wholly or partly maintained out of state funds. Next question देखते हैं. Question number 3. The fundamental rights are justiciable and are protected by the court. In the light of the above statement, explain the right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies. The Constitution of India has not only listed fundamental rights but has also prescribed remedies against their violation. If a citizen feels that one of his fundamental rights have been violated by an executive order, he may request the Supreme Court, High Courts to issue the appropriate writ for the restoration of her rights. The writs are habeas corpus, mandamus, quo warranto and certiorari. Next देखते हैं question number 4. Mention any 3 directive principles of state policy that have been implemented. Economic principles, social principles, Gandhian principles. Next देखते हैं question number 5. Why does the government sometimes make exceptions to help a particular religious community? Justify your answer with examples from recent times. To respect the sentiments of all religions, the government sometimes makes certain exceptions for a particular community. For example, the wearing and carrying of kirpan is included in the Sikh religion. So they are allowed to keep a kirpan with them as a religious symbol. Similarly, the wearing of a pagdi by Sikhs is again a religious symbol. So the Sikhs are allowed to wear pagdi in schools or other institutions. Next देखते हैं. Answer the following questions. Explain the 5 provisions given under the right to equality. Right to equality. Equality before law. Prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. Equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. Abolition of untouchability. Abolition of titles. Next देखते हैं. Our fundamental rights are not absolute or unlimited. Support the statement by giving any 5 suitable examples. Our fundamental rights are not absolute or unlimited. The Indian Constitution has imposed certain restrictions to check the abuse of these rights. Here are some of the examples where restrictions imposed are justified. To prevent spread of infectious diseases, the free movement of the people can be restricted. Freedom to practice any profession does not mean to take up gambling, smuggling, hoarding, or any other profession which is injurious or hazardous to the society. Nobody can claim to be a doctor, a lawyer, unless he has the or essential qualifications. Freedom of expression does not mean to speak or write anything you feel like. Any thought or expression that disturbs public peace or harmony or instigates communal violence will not be allowed. Freedom of religion does not mean to criticize or write anything wrong about the other religion. Classify directive principles of state policy into 4 main categories. Explain each of them briefly. Directive principles of state policy have been grouped into 4 main categories. They are economic principles, social principles, Gandhian principles, principles related to international peace and security. Economic principles: to secure equal pay for equal work for both men and women, to provide adequate means livelihood for all. Social principles: to make efforts to raise the standard of living and public health, to guard children against exploitation and moral degradation. Gandhian principles: to organize village panchayats, to promote cottage industries. Principles related to international peace and security: to maintain just and honorable relations between nations, to promote international peace and security. Next देखते हैं. Highlight the main provisions of the right to freedom. Right to freedom: freedom of speech and expression, freedom to assemble peacefully and without arms, freedom to form associations and unions, freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India, freedom to reside and settle in any part of India, freedom to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business. Right to freedom also include the provisions: protection in respect of conviction for an offence, protection of life and personal liberty, protection against arbitrary arrest and detention, right to education. Next question देखते हैं. Question number 5. In spite of freedom of religion, why does communal tension persist in certain parts of the country sometimes? Suggest ways and means to establish communal harmony. Very often in India, political parties resort to communal politics to win elections by creating rift between different communities. The various groups are polarized. This helps in getting the votes of either the major community, minor community. Economic reasons may also form the reason for communal politics. Some methods to establish communal harmony are: there must be a dialogue between the communities to clear the misunderstanding. Political parties should not be allowed to play communal politics. The law and order machinery must act swiftly and put down any violence in an impartial manner. स्टूडेंट्स, इसी के साथ हम लोग का ये वीडियो कंप्लीट हो गया. यदि आपको वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो वीडियो को लाइक कर दीजिए और यदि आप मेरे चैनल पे नए हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके बेल आइकन को प्रेस करके ऑल पे प्रेस कर लीजिए, क्योंकि मैं आपके लिए एजुकेशन वीडियोज़ लाती रहती हूँ. स्टूडेंट्स, वीडियो कैसा लगा कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताइएगा. अपने दोस्तों के साथ और क्लासमेट्स के बीच वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर कीजिएगा. यदि आप किसी और चैप्टर का एक्सप्लेनेशन या सॉल्यूशन वीडियो चाहते हैं तो नीचे कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट करना बिल्कुल नहीं भूलिएगा. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग.